Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we learn about MTSU's new degree in data science and how it has been designed to meet the workforce needs of Nashville and the state of Tennessee. We catch up with former Tennessee House Speaker Beth Harwell, who joined MTSU's faculty last semester as a distinguished visiting professor. And we learn about Educated Eats, a mobile kitchen run by our Department of Human Sciences with the noble purpose of providing nutrition information and cooking demonstrations. I'm Andrew Oppmann, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppmann. MTSU is already well established for its teaching and research in the field of data science, which brings together statistics, analysis, and machine learning to understand and use data to solve problems and develop new strategies. This fall, we will offer a Bachelor of Science degree in this field, and it is being designed to meet the workforce needs of Nashville and the state of Tennessee. Here to talk to us about data science are Professors Charlie Appian and Lisa Green. Welcome to Out of the Blue.
Thank you for having us.
We're glad to have you here. Charlie, this is your second appearance on Out of the Blue. The first time you talked about the Data Science Institute. So walk me through, like you did before, on why data science. Why does it matter?
Data science is becoming an emerging field because today there's so much more data than there was just a couple of years ago. I mean, it's been quoted that 90% of the data that's out there has been accumulated in the last 2 years. And companies are starting to figure out that they need to start using that data to help them make better decisions. And so with the Data Science Institute, we developed that a couple of years ago, and that's when we came on the show before. Mm-hmm. And we have gone after some major research, brought in a lot of good money, but the truth is we were really after trying to figure out what we could do for our students. And I think we've put together a program that is going to create data-driven problem solvers. And that's going to be the data science degree here at MTSU.
Professor, you get the honor of running the degree program. Congratulations.
I do, thank you.
So tell me about, this will be starting in the fall.
It will.
And we're describing this as an interdisciplinary degree. Walk me through what that means.
The degree contains classes in computer science, math, and business intelligence and analytics. Those are 3 different departments in 2 different colleges. So the faculty involved have to work well together, which I think we have proven that we really do. When we got together to decide the curriculum for this program, we set out a list of skills that a data scientist should have once they graduate. And we found that we only needed to add 4 classes to cover all of those different skills.
To piggyback on what Lisa just said is MTSU has such a diverse faculty, and we needed to take advantage of that. And data science is that area. And so students are going to come out with a diverse set of skills. They're going to be able to program, they're going to have the math skills that they're going to need. And then we're doing something I think that's a little bit different than most other data science programs that are being developed by really infusing the business part into it as well, and the business intelligence component. And so students are coming out, they're going to look the part a little bit different than a programmer, a little bit different than just your normal business student, and they're going to be able to have skills that companies are wanting. They're not sure what they're going to do with yet, but they're quickly figuring out that the only way that they're going to go after the business value of their data is to have students that understand data science.
It sounds like you really have to not only have an interest in the mathematics side of the house, statistics side of the house, but also the practical application. There's got to be some curiosity in this. And so walk me through your ideal student.
Yeah, and I think that's where it really comes to is the people that love this the most, the people that just get excited every time they work on something, they're problem solvers. They're people that can identify data, understand, to think outside the box a little bit, and not just, well, I have one Excel spreadsheet. How do I infuse a bunch of different data sources together, combine them, and then be able to truly make business decisions dynamically with it.
So, Lisa, talk to me about the type of jobs that your students, your graduates, will be eligible for. Are they jobs that exist now? Are they jobs that will exist in the future? Or is this, are we really ahead of the curve on these things? How does that work?
The field of data science is kind of still developing, and so these jobs all have different titles. You'll get something like a statistical programmer, or a data analyst, or a business intelligence scientist.
Yeah, and scientist, business intelligence reporter, business analyst.
So many, right? I mean, it's so emerging. They're coming up with new titles and way to describe them.
Exactly. And the thing that all of these job titles have in common is that these are people who are gathering information and using that information to address questions that they really want answers to.
So if you're coming out with an undergrad degree, are you really a data scientist? Probably not. You need a little bit more education. But you're definitely a data analyst. You're able to go into a lot of different roles right out the chute. And data analyst, by the way, is the #1 needed position in Nashville. And It has been for the last 5 years. So in terms of technology, so we know we're gonna be able to fill those jobs. But then a data scientist really is at the PhD level that you're gonna need that. And we already have a computational science PhD. And we're looking to help them make them even more on the side of data science in the future, which I don't want to spill the beans on anything, but we've got some amazing announcements that will be happening in the next couple of months.
Well, let's spill a little of the beans. Later this month, on the 18th of February, we'll be making the formal announcement of your degree program. Congratulations. And we're doing it at a great venue. Tell me about where we're doing it and why we're doing it there.
Well, one of the things when we originally got together, we brought faculty together to start this data science, but we also went out there and talked to the community. We talked to data scientists that are out there. We talked to the different tech companies. And so why wouldn't we go out and make the announcement out there? So we're going to be going to the Nashville Technology Council's building up in the Nashville area. They've been one of our #1 supporters and have been an amazing asset to not only helping us connect with companies, but helping us build curriculum over the years to be ahead of the ball game as opposed to behind.
Hey, before we go, Lisa, I wanted to ask you about the graduate certificate. And tell me what that opportunity represents. It might, as I understand it, I might be majoring in something that really is not necessarily in that field, but come back for that certificate to get a little bit of a boost. Is that fair?
Right. So Charlie mentioned the bachelor's degree, and we have minor. But if you've already graduated and you've got a job and you're working on your own in whatever field that you've been working in, you may want to have the skills that are represented in a data science program. And so we're developing a data science certificate program that's 4 graduate level classes. And by the time you've taken those 4 classes, you understand how to do data science.
Well, the exciting news, exciting developments, all this across the board. I'm so proud of MTSU being a leader in such an emerging field. Thank you both for joining us on Out of the Blue.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Your MTSU Alumni Association has a goal of placing this pin on the lapel of all those who call this campus theirs. Let's pass that tradition on.
Let's pass it on.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb higher, climb
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I am engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
pass the tradition on.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass it on!
Do you want the advantages of a major university with the Ivy League experience of an honors college? What you're looking for is right in front of you. Middle Tennessee State University's beautiful campus is home to over 140 majors taught in state-of-the-art facilities. Our undergraduates get hands-on experience, working alongside a highly respected and caring faculty. Take a closer look. Become True Blue.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. A trailblazing former state lawmaker with a passion for education has brought her vast political experience and academic background to MTSU as a distinguished visiting professor in political science. Former State Representative Beth Harwell, the state's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives, was formally introduced last semester by President McPhee, and she joins us on Out of the Blue. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be with you today.
We're just so proud that you're on the faculty.
Oh, listen, I'm the one that's proud to be on MTSU's campus.
It's just been great. We've worked on a couple of projects together, you and I. We started out really with something very recently with the Tennessee Intercollegiate State Legislature. You were their mentor.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am so proud of those students. I don't know how much I mentored them, but I will say I was impressed, and they walked away with some very high honors.
Well,
so MTSU has a lot to be proud of.
They were named the best delegation.
Absolutely.
And what was really cool about that, before they went off to the Capitol, is a whole weekend at the Capitol, they actually sat in your House chambers.
I know.
And everything. And they gave you a standing ovation. The
I
entire assembly gave
so
you a
nice.
standing
and
ovation.
Dr. McPhee that day was excellent. It was quite an honor to have him.
Yeah, he really enjoyed that. He did the, Mr. Speaker, the president, and he walked through the center. But what was really cool before that session happened, you sat down with the delegation. They actually drafted legislation, and you gave them some pointers. And talk to me about some of the advice you gave them.
Well, it was interesting to hear their ideas and what bright minds they are. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if I see some of them in that body in real capacity in the near future. But they had some good ideas, from everything from, what to do with the Nathan Bedford Forrest bus to you name it. They were working on a lot of issues that face our state, and they did so with a great deal of intelligence and ability.
The great thing about you serving in this role is that you brought to them some very practical experience about this is how we would work legislation through the assembly. This is how you deal with interpersonal politics and those things. And when we bring aboard a distinguished visiting professor, it's getting that connection with someone with your expertise to go talk directly to students. Was that one of the things you wanted?
That really was, and one of the things I admire so much about that type of program is it really allows the textbook to jump up and become alive. We all memorized the page in the textbook that said how a bill becomes a law. But those students who went through that program saw it, understood the necessity of working well with others to accomplish anything, and I was very impressed. And I have to, on a personal note, say that one of the young men that participated took a bill that I had introduced back when I was just a member. My bill failed, his passed. It was the same bill.
Well, there you go.
So
well, experience, you shared the experience. That's good.
Right.
Well, I don't think it was widely known until we made our announcement. I know those who follow you closely know your origin story, but you hold a doctorate. You are a faculty member at other universities before. Talk about the return to higher education after a historic career in politics. How is this coming home again in a way?
In some ways, I've always had a passion for education, and there's something about being on a college campus that just feels good. It feels right for me. I so enjoyed my time in elected office, but now maybe to be able to share some of those experiences in the practical realm on a higher education institution is really an honor for me.
It's been great seeing you at our events, and on campus all the time. I know you're working with our School of Journalism and Strategic Media, helping those legislative reporters that are going to go to the assembly, are already there right now, cover the assembly. And you're also working with, I think, our American Democracy Project. Talk a little bit about that.
Okay, sure. I was very impressed with what is coming up for the month of February and on your campus about, encouraging young people to be involved in democracy and what their civic responsibility is. And I'll be chairing moderating a panel to talk about what it means to vote and what the restrictions are in the state of Tennessee regarding voting. And to have 2 state representatives come on campus and allow me to moderate that panel, I think it's going to be very helpful to the students. And there's a lot of other great projects coming up. I personally will be on a panel talking about the right to petition your government, what that actually means. And then for the advanced reporting class, I'll come and talk to them a little bit about the legislative process and how best to get the right angle on what's happening in the General Assembly. So all those things are things I'm really looking forward to be participating in the month of February.
And all 3 of those things really benefit from someone who's actually walked the walk and talked the talk. Walk me through what you hope to, beyond the panels and other things, what you're hoping to accomplish as a distinguished visiting professor. Dr. McPhee made it very clear, and you did too, that you don't want this to be just a, hey, I'm going to show up kind of thing. You're going to be a resource in some of our classes, right? Professors are reaching out to you as a resource.
They are. I've already participated in some of your dual credit enrollment classes that happen in some of the high schools, which was fun for me to even get back into high school campus. And those bright young people, most of them are advanced placement students that get to take courses that count toward MTSU degrees. That's been fun for me to get there and work with them a little bit. And you know, I'm excited. Hopefully I can play a role in the month of March because it's Women's Month. Just some leadership ideas for women's programs, and just this is an exciting year for the state of Tennessee, for our nation. This is the year when we celebrate the 100th anniversary of women obtaining the right to vote. And of course, Tennessee played such a critical role in that. I'm looking forward to the activities here on campus regarding that.
And we're looking forward to you being a part of it too. You had to have had a lot of opportunities once you left office. Why MTSU particularly? What about our mission appealed to you?
I really like that. It really is a university, number one, is fast growing. I just feel sorry that you don't have a president that has a little enthusiasm.
We were talking about this.
Nothing could be further from the truth.
I think he chased you down for this job, didn't he?
Dr. McPhee is on fire. You couldn't find a better advocate. And I think most of my former members of the General Assembly would feel the same way. But at any rate, it's a great university because you do have college-age students, but you also are meeting such a great demand in Middle Tennessee for that older student that wants to come back. And so it's a nice combination, a nice feel on this campus. And you know, you are the fastest growing university. And when I'm here, I see the diversity of programs that are available to Middle Tennessee here. It's remarkable. This is where the growth of our state is taking place, and MTSU has plugged into it right away.
Well, and having you a part of that helps us reach more students with more expertise, and it really means a great deal to us. Dr. Beth Harwell, thank you for joining the faculty of MTSU and being on Out of the Blue.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
We'll be right back.
Your MTSU Alumni Association has a goal of placing this pin on the lapel of all those who call this campus theirs. Let's pass that tradition on.
Let's pass it on.
You know you gotta climb higher.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I am engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence. I am a learner, now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Pass the tradition on.
pass the tradition on.
Pass it on.
Do you want the advantages of a major university with the Ivy League experience of an honors college? What you're looking for is right in front of you. Middle Tennessee State University's beautiful campus is home to over 140 majors taught in state-of-the-art facilities. Our undergraduates get hands-on experience, working alongside a highly respected and caring faculty. Take a closer look. Become True Blue. Middle Tennessee State University offers more than 100 master's and doctoral degrees designed for working professionals. Many of MTSU's graduate programs are offered partially or completely online. More information is available at mtsu.edu/graduate.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppman. Professor Lisa Sheehan Smith in our Department of Human Sciences works with a team of faculty and students to bring forth a great research project known as Educated Eats. It's a mobile kitchen run by seniors in the program that provides nutrition, information, and cooking demonstrations. The professor joins us today on Out of the Blue to talk about this project and other exciting news. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a delight to be here.
This is a great program. We talked a little bit off camera about this, but describe what Educated Eats is and the role that you're playing in the community.
Of course. Educated Eats is a program that we started last year, and we started through obtaining some grant money, which is always important to support our programs. And it's a collaborative effort, actually. It's a collaboration between the MTSU senior dietetic students, Dr. Liz Smith, who I teach with in the department, Kroger, where we do the grocery store tours, and the campus recreation with the NHC Dietetic Internship Program. So the dietetic interns and our seniors, they provide grocery store tours, and then they do an interactive cooking class using our mobile kitchen, and that takes place over at campus recreation.
Wow, so you're actually bringing a functioning kitchen to the Krogers, and you're putting into practice the things that you would normally have just in a brochure, I guess, right?
Yes.
You're actually showing it.
Right. During the grocery store tour, we go up and down the aisles so they can learn about the produce to buy in season, how to read a label, for example. We sometimes do a little taste testing. And then we have this wonderful mobile kitchen that, again, we bought through a grant, and it is a fully operational kitchen. It has a working sink, it has a convection oven, we have an infrared cooktop, and the dietetic interns and the senior dietetic students, they come up with recipes, but we have flaps that we can put up. And so the students, the MTSU students participating, they actually stand around the counter and help make the recipe, and then of course they get to taste it. And all the recipes are budget friendly, which is critical for college students, and they are easy to make, and of course they're healthy because we're nutrition.
That's great, and I think you answered this part of my question. When you say they, you're aiming to teach a younger audience?
Yes, we are teaching fellow MTSU students, and this year we're collaborating with 2 other faculty members in the Human Sciences Department, and those faculty members teach some nutrition students, but also students that are in other majors, so that way we can reach a wider audience. We're also using students from my career orientation class in dietetics because they are the younger dietetic students. So this is going to be a really nice opportunity for them to learn from seniors what it's like to be a senior, and a new way to educate people, because so often we think that nutrition information is just provided one-on-one, but where we provide it a lot is in a group setting, and we want our students to develop those skills and know that this is a very viable and important way to educate others about nutrition, and in a very practical way, because these are really life skills. You know, how to shop at the grocery store, how to do basic cooking, those are life skills, and all of our students need to have those.
I'm really glad to hear you say that, because that was the biggest thing that struck me as well. Grocery stores can be confusing, overwhelming.
Yes,
so you in a lot of ways are teaching them how to navigate a very complicated system.
Exactly, and when they're on a limited budget, that is particularly important.
And what a great opportunity for your seniors who are getting in this field to teach others, to teach their peers and kind of cut their teeth.
Exactly.
In those kind of environments.
And these group education skills are so important when they go out. So one of the aspects I think that is really strong about our dietetics program at MTSU is that we do provide so much experiential learning opportunities. We give them the foundation knowledge in the classroom, and then they go out to use it. And that helps prepare them to be more successful in obtaining these very competitive dietetic internships, and then when they become registered dietitians. And at the same time, we're collecting data, so we do turn this into a research project. So, you know, the type of program that I like is a community service woven into experiential learning, and then tie in that research. I mean, it's a trifecta. There you go, all 3 parts. So last year we collected some data, and it really showed that the participants were highly satisfied with the program. A mean score of 4.95 on a scale of 1 to 5. You can't get too much better than that, can you? So this year we're hoping to have a much greater number of participants and to see, does that data hold up? And where else are we going? Because we're going to ask them a little more specific questions about food safety, because not only do we teach them how to make a recipe, but also the importance of practicing good food safety and kitchen safety. How do you handle a knife in the kitchen?
How do I find out about this if I'm interested in attending or want to participate?
Well, the students, anybody that is interested, they could contact me. That would be easy enough. They can shoot me an email message. It's my full long name, lisa.sheehan-smith@mtsu.edu.
And that's okay.
That's all right.
That's
That's
all
all
right.
right. It fits into most of the boxes.
That's okay.
And then I can help them with signing up and participating.
This is fabulous. And, I can't help but notice you've brought something called True Blue cookies.
Yes.
And, I don't want to be rude, but walk me through this. Great label.
This is produced by MTSU. This is another project that the dietetic students and I have put together. Just brainstorming one day, I said, we need to have a True Blue cookie.
I concur. As we say in the university business.
And then we were looking around, how is this going to happen? Well, last year then I brought in a couple of my personal recipes that I thought were very good, gave them to the seniors, and they used those recipes to develop a True Blue cookie. It's an oatmeal cookie that contains dried blueberries and lemon zest.
There's the blue, is the blueberry.
There's the blue, exactly. And the lemon just really adds another little extra flavor. So we came up with a prototype last year. This year's seniors have been standardizing the recipe in terms of the ingredient quantity, the baking time, and the size. And the feedback, all the taste testing, has been just phenomenal.
Well, I don't want to be rude. I mean, you brought them.
Well, of course, so you have to try
let's
them.
at least see what, I mean, you said there was taste testing, so let's go.
right.
So why don't you grab one too if you want one. So wow. All right, so this is still in development phase, right?
It is close to being 100%. We're going to do some final
my God, this is
standardization in our convection oven, because we have a commercial convection oven in the department.
Wow.
And then we hope to have our big first selling opportunity during our alumni event on April 7th, because we thought what a great prospective audience.
So
right
alumni event April 7th
Yes.
is where the masses will get these, huh? Wow. You gonna leave the bag?
Of course.
This is good. Wow. Developing this kind of recipe, is this something atypical, or are you constantly working on these kind of things?
We're always trying to come up with some new ways to give our students experiences. This is the first time we've come up with a recipe.
Wow.
That is going to be an MTSU proprietary recipe. So I won't be giving the recipe away, so don't ask me for it.
You know what would go good with this is MTSU chocolate milk.
Exactly, and now that you have said that, another little project that we're working on is to do True Blue cookies and milk, or milk and True Blue cookies, whichever direction you want to go.
This is good breaking news for Out of the Blue. This is fantastic.
It's exciting.
Professor, this is wonderful. Thanks for sharing the cookies and all the great news about your work, and we really appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate you having me on.
This does wrap up another edition of Out of the Blue. You can find more stories and videos about the campus 24 hours a day by visiting our website, mtsunews.com. And we invite you to follow MTSU on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for additional special content. I'm Andrew Ottman, and I hope you will always remain True Blue.